100 most influential people in the world and is among Fortune's 40 under 40 rising young leaders. Millennial entrepreneur Ben Rattray launched Change.org from his house in 2007 as a network for social activism. It is now the world's largest petition platform, with more than 80 million users in 196 countries, changing government policies internationally, as well as within large institutions like Bank of America and the Boy Scouts.
We are on the edge right now of this incredible opportunity of democratizing democracy around the world to create historical change using technology at greater scale, greater speed than ever before to empower people to change their livelihoods of truly billions of people. I think I just feel lucky to be a part of what is a movement now making this all possible.
Our 18-year-old son, Ryan, was kicked out of Boy Scouts simply because he's gay.
A Pennsylvania girl battling a deadly disease. She's in serious need of a lung transplant, but a national organ rule may be standing in her way.
They kicked her off the team for being a girl.
I just really wanted to play, have other girls be able to play.
So she started her own online campaign.
Family and friends are fighting for her, circulating this petition on Change.org.
And your mother then started a petition.
She started a petition on Change.org.
Good for you.
When you sit at the forefront of that opportunity, it is difficult to not wake up every day and spend almost every waking hour pursuing that mission and that goal. I was a senior in college, and I came home and talked to one of my younger brothers who came out as gay. And then he said that the thing that was most painful for him, for a young closeted gay American, weren't people that were explicitly anti-gay, but those who refused to stand up and speak out against them, people like me. And it was frankly the first time I was truly ashamed at not what I had done, but what I had not done. And I vowed to change the future path of my life. I didn't know what to do right away. I didn't know how to translate my interest into effective action. And I was grappling with how to address this problem and then saw this little website in 2005 called thefacebook.com. And I immediately recognized that the same technology that could connect people around friends and photos could connect them around social issues they cared about. And I literally wrote the business plan over the next 4 or 5 days, dropped out of law school, which I was supposed to go to the next week, and then ended up starting the organization. And I thought, of course, we were going to go viral, be an immediate overnight success. And then we failed for 2 or 3, almost 4 years. And it took a huge number of iterations for us to finally identify the model that took hold and ended up going viral. What's remarkable is that we thought historically petitions wouldn't matter. They were trivial, they were irrelevant, and no one really cared. And what we found actually was when you embedded petitions through social media and in personal stories, targeting not just national governments, but also local businesses and governments and school boards and mayors, they had incredible potent power. We initially thought we would be a nonprofit because we care about social change. And then we found out about this new form of business called social entrepreneurship that uses the power of business for social good. We think there's a false dichotomy between the nonprofit sector, where everyone's doing good, and the for-profit sector, where everyone's ruining the planet and maximizing profits. We think there's an absolute exciting opportunity at the intersection of those two things, where you are leveraging the power and the scale and the speed of business in service of the kind of social value that actually ends up improving people's lives. I think an increasing number of companies are embracing this new way of doing business, and I think it's a future also of employment, of motivating employees.
I want to work at a company that I feel really happy to be in and I can make a tangible impact. And as a millennial,
For empowering people to create the social change that they want. And
increasingly difficult for businesses to retain outstanding talent. And the only way you can do so in the context of all these available alternatives is to provide them meaningful work. And if you don't, they're just going to move. We have staff in 18 different countries, and those staff see different examples of how social movements are built in those countries. And so being able to, in a collaborative way, share the best practices of what's happening, not generally over time, but in real time, to make sort of real-time adjustments in people's behavior has been hugely helpful. The thing that we try to focus on are what are the tools that will be most effective to enable people to achieve their objectives as staff members, and if done well, you have an incredible amplification of people's personal productivity. I think we live at a unique time where new technology empowers people to create more change than ever before in all of history. And we're excited about being a part of the movement of technology companies that are demonstrating that business can be used for positive social change.
Major breaking news.
Big change afoot in an sunlight.
Basis is incredibly energizing, and frankly, that helps fuel my everyday.